man. He's got 5 more mutas in production, 28 right now. It's going to be 25, and, like, you need Thors to deal with that. There are a ton of reactor barracks up right now, and the Thor is in production, but if he's on the ball and, you know, kind of right place, right time kind of thing, he'll be able to magic box that, and that will just die in an instant, and these mutas are just worth they're kind of independently winning the game right now, as Mr. Orange, newbcake here, his orbital command might even just die.
All they have in anti-air is 1 Thor and 7 Marines. There's the magic box, some repairing going on. Are they going to out DPS that Thor? It looks like he's focusing down the Marines right now, and possibly the SCVs as well, but those Marines are reinforcing. I feel like EGStrifeCro needs to get the heck out of there. He's losing a lot of Marines just to kill this 1 Thor, and was that worth it? I don't know. He might be able to finish off this orbital command. It's going to be close. Picking off a couple mules before leaving, but newbcake throwing together everything they had to finally shoo off those mutas, and the orange player is down to 1 SCV.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you say, that Thor, I don't know if it was worth it for him to kill it right there, but it's kind of like he can afford to lose a lot of mutas in that position. Look at this, he's continuing to push in, just trading Marines for mutas right there. Definitely not a good trade, but when you're that far ahead, your mutas kind of, I mean, they're a lot more disposable than your opponent's, like, 10 Marines. As, looking at Mr. Orange here, his units would be 1 medevac and 3 tanks, which is, it's not a very good, unit count.
1 SCV, 1 medevac, 3 tanks. Can't really make a lot happen with that. His orbital command almost went down. Now he's dropping a mule. His partner now sitting at 17 Marines, and, you know what, EGAxslav, this whole game, he's just been feeding, man. Feeding and getting Marines. I'm curious to see. There it is. There's the stim. Thought he might get that with that high Marine count. And eventually, hopefully he'll be able to support EGStrifeCro some way. These mutas are really reigning supreme right now.
This just kind of reminds me of just a ZVT where you get that death ball of, you know, 20 whatever mutas, and Terran is like, Terran just can't ever move out of his base. Even if he makes like 5 turrets, the mutas just kill them all. Yep. And EGAxslav here, he's actually got 2 orbital command centers ready to go. They're floating across. One is at the gold base. Does he have an additional one for that gold? I don't know. It looks like this one actually is waiting for the gold. And he's just going to have an eruption in his economy, as he is getting mined out in his main, but he's just in retardedly good shape here, and his mass marine is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, those mules on that gold base, that's going to skyrocket his income. I don't know how he's going to spend all that money. There's no way, if he sends it to the Zerg, he's going to be able to spend all those minerals, so maybe a surge of tons of barracks or something like that. Honestly, he can build whatever the heck he wants. These guys have such a solid lead. The orange newbcake building up to 8 SCVs. The other 3 about even on their SCV count, but EGAxslav, he's got some pretty great growth potential right now with those extra bases.
Exactly, the saturation is just so much better. There's also a little army of changelings here in the main base of newbcake, which is kind of funny, like 8 Marines just sitting there. Look at this, Marines coming into the mineral, or not Marines, mutas coming into the mineral line of newbcake, just forcing off more mining, doing so much damage. And just really making it so the Terran players, newbcake, I should say, can't leave their base at all. And EGAxslav is just taking the map. This gold base is so saturated, mules there, and the mutas just aren't stopping. And this bio army is going to be just erupting from EGAxslav. It's going to be absolutely massive. And newbcake, they're just falling slower, or falling further and further behind.
And down go those poor changelings. 1 Marauder racking up 8 kills on those poor little guys. I don't know how he knew that they were fake, but somehow he did. Very intelligent. Little Marauder there deserves to be a corporal now, compared to his recruit comrades. 24 Mutalisks right now. He is actually getting high-sec tracking, auto-tracking, and Terran building armor to counter these Mutalisks. I don't know if that's worth it. Going into the orange, looks like he's going to finish off this orbital command. Down it goes. Oh, there we go. Now it's finished off. And he's just going to run away to fight another day with these Mutalisks, only losing 3 of them. EGAxslav, meanwhile, producing 4 Marines, 2 medevacs, plus 2 upgrades, 5 more barracks, and 4 Marauders. This is going to be an insane bioforce here in a minute.
I think at this point, we're going to see newbcake just take both of their armies and kind of go for an all-in attack. They've taken so much damage. They know they are ridiculously far behind. So they have to do some kind of attack, but unfortunately, I think this attack is going to get pretty crushed We'll see, though. Only a small portion of EGAxslav army is engaging right now, but a huge flank coming out, and the Muta's not actually anywhere really to be seen. It looks like they're taking out a couple mech units, as everything from newbcake is getting crushed, and I think that's going to be all she wrote for this series.
EGAxslav finally getting his moment to shine, while EGStrifeCro's Muta prevents any reinforcements. Looks like he does just barely get cleaned up by a couple tanks and a Thor, but all these add-ons on these barracks from newbcake Green are going down. These Marines are getting picked off before they can ride. Now they're trying to group up, but it's just not going to be enough. The reinforcements from EGAxslav look like they're about to finish off newbcake's Thor and tanks with the help of a couple Mutas. Or not. The Mutas are just going to fly right on by.
They don't care. They're just relaxing now. They know they've had a long game. It's been a lot of work. They've basically done everything here, and just solid play there. Really taking advantage of feeding resources, and it looked a little bit bad there for a second after that Hellion drop. It got a fair amount of damage done, but the counter harassment from the Mutas was just unreal. And now the supplies are, well, 0 supply for our orange player. So I think that
it's usually not a good thing.
Itself.
Yeah,
generally you want to have more than 1 supply.
You want to have more than 6, otherwise you're
6 is the cutoff.
You're either 6 pulling and you have 5 drones after you build your spawning pool, or you're doing very poorly in the game with StarCraft. So it's just a matter of time before this force gets cleaned up. Oh, and a big changeling army moving out. They are just so cute when they move around. Let's get a zoom in on that.
I like the portrait of the changeling, man. It's one of the more cool looking. Oh, but they're spotted immediately. Oh, man. The death animation is pretty badass as well, if I do say so myself.
I'd have to agree with you. And you know, the bad thing about changelings in 2v2s, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, if your changeling takes the form of the orange player, the green player can still attack command them and attack them. I think that's what just happened there.
Wow. What's up? Yeah, because I was going to say, like, damn, this guy's got good micro. He spotted those like a hawk.
His Mirror's just doing so much damage, man. Just running around. All that the green player can make is Marines right now, but I'm just waiting for the game to finish. Maybe they're going to spell out EG with Marines and Mutas. I don't know.
Yeah, just line up his bio army. I mean, for now, he's just building more command centers. newbcake trying to hide expansion at the left. The Marine is already here. That Marine was on patrol. Easily spots that. A cancel goes down. And I think at this point, the team newbcake is just kind of licking their wounds and getting ready to leave the game. Looks like he's going to go for another attack. I would imagine this attack is going to get absolutely crushed, as EGAxslav stims everything.
Oh my god, that's so many units. And the rage quit from newbcake. Are we going to see a GG from the orange newbcake? Is he going to lift up his buildings and run away and make us wait? No, he just leaves the game. EGAxslav and EGStrifeCro take the game for TBG 2-0 in the series.